Well, good evening, Mountainside. It's good to be speaking with you again. Thank you for joining us for our Tuesday message of encouragement. And here we are, day 15 of this new normal. And I hope that you've had a blessed start to this new week. I know that I did. I got a wonderful call, a call of encouragement from Maria Ulibarri yesterday morning, and what a great way to start the week. And I think back, I promise you that when Tom and I agreed to serve Mountainside many years ago, we could have never imagined, what that would entail. Here we are in the year 2020. But it is what it is. And thank you, Mountainside, for your patience as we try to bring some kind of normalcy to the activities here at Mountainside. But having said that, I'm always amazed as to how God, if we allow him to do so, how he's always preparing you and me every single day for something in our future that we probably most likely don't realize at the moment. To take, for example, I had the greatest mentor ever here at Mountainside. It was Alan Taylor, and I feel so blessed that when he and Linnell retired, that they didn't leave our church and move off to the Grand Caymans or something. In fact, Alan just keeps blessing me, and he may not even realize it, but Alan blesses me with so many different things. In fact, he left me with a resource library, and every time that I'm struggling with something or I'm looking into a particular subject, I can just go to the shelves and literally voila, there it is. You know what? In fact, just the other day, and get this, I made this up myself. I found a book that was tailor-made, you might say, for our current circumstances. Let me see if I can find it here. It's that one. It's that big one. Oh my goodness. I can't tell you what a blessing this book is. It's full of so much detail. In fact, I'm about at the middle of it right now, but it's perfect. I mean, this book is absolutely perfect for this particular circumstance. How do you handle preaching in front of a camera with no one in the room? It just goes from one detail to the other. But what a tremendous book. And Alan, wow, thank you so much for leaving these things for me. Now, all kidding aside, I want you to know this evening that, of course, I take this circumstance extremely seriously. In fact, some of our own we know are dealing with this virus in a very personal way. I'm mindful of Joyce Frazier. I'm reminded of Eugenia Baca. We also have some in our fellowship who are literally on the front lines at different hospitals every single day right here in Albuquerque. And in fact, Vera and I have a niece. She's an RN in the ER at Presbyterian Hospital. And yes, no doubt, this COVID-19 cannot be taken lightly. But you know what? At the same time, as believers, we can't allow circumstances such as this, we can't allow them to just consume us. I mean, after all, we've been getting into our cars. I'd hate to tell you how many years I've been driving now, but from the very first time I got my driver's license, I still get in that car every morning, despite the alarming number of traffic fatalities every single day. The writer of Proverbs said this, Proverbs chapter 3, "My son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you peace and prosperity. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." When I read that, in fact, when I was thinking about that this morning, I couldn't help but see the relationship of this Proverbs passage with the devotion that we see in the early church in Acts chapter 2. Remember what that said. They devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, to fellowship, to the breaking of bread, and to prayer. And you know what? This simply can't be done. Can't be done on a consistent basis. Cannot be done in a way that is meaningful, transformational in our lives if we do not trust God. Yes, again, it's like driving our cars. We get in them, we put on our seat belts, we begin driving to our destination, we're obeying the traffic rules, the rules of the road, if you will, and really never giving any thought at all as whether or not we're going to reach our destination. You see, when we're devoted to these four spiritual priorities, I'm going to tell you something. We can be confident that God is preparing us. He's preparing us for life's crises, whatever they are, whenever they take place. And when they do come, because God has been preparing us, you know what? Here's the reality. We won't allow the crisis to own our life. And the blessing of this is that while the crisis is what it is, we can't change the crisis. If we could, I would have done that when this began 3 weeks ago. But the blessing is not being defined by the crisis. See, when one is defined by a crisis, then their life is going to be dictated by that crisis. This evening, I leave you with this. May we be defined by Jesus Christ, and may his ways be our ways in any and every situation. Galatians chapter 2, verse 20. I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I now live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. Thank you, and have a blessed week.